When most people think of depression, they imagine someone lying in bed all day, unable to get out of the covers, crying nonstop. But depression isn't always obvious. Many people hide it well, or their symptoms show up in ways we don't usually associate with sadness. You might even be experiencing some of these signs yourself, and not even realize it. Today, we're going to go through 8 hidden signs of depression that often fly under the radar, and why recognizing them matters. 1. Persistent fatigue and low energy. It's not just about feeling sleepy or tired after a long day. People with depression often experience a deep, constant exhaustion that doesn't go away, no matter how much rest they get. Even simple tasks, like getting out of bed, making breakfast, or replying to emails, can feel overwhelmingly draining. This isn't laziness. Depression changes brain chemistry and can make motivation nearly impossible. Neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which help regulate mood and motivation, can be out of balance. This makes ordinary tasks feel monumental. Recognizing this as a symptom, rather than blaming yourself, is the first step toward understanding what's happening. It's important to pay attention to patterns. If fatigue is consistent for weeks or months, or if you feel drained even after adequate sleep, it may be a signal that your brain needs care, not criticism. 2. Changes in sleep patterns. Depression often messes with your sleep, but not always in the way people expect. Some people sleep excessively, trying to escape feelings of emptiness or anxiety. Others struggle with insomnia, lying awake with racing thoughts and a sense of dread. Either way, irregular sleep patterns can affect your mood, focus, and energy levels. Chronic sleep disturbances can even worsen depressive symptoms, creating a feedback loop where the less rested you are, the harder it becomes to cope emotionally. Sleep is deeply connected to brain health. During restorative sleep, the brain clears toxins, consolidates memory, and regulates emotions. When depression disrupts this, it affects not just your mood, but your ability to think clearly and respond to stress. 3. Loss of interest in things you used to enjoy. One of the most insidious signs of depression is losing interest in activities that once brought you joy. Hobbies, socializing, or even your favorite shows might suddenly feel meaningless. You might think, I just don't feel like it today, but when this pattern stretches for weeks or months, it's more than a bad mood, it's a symptom. This loss of pleasure, also called anhedonia, is a hallmark of depression. Your brain's reward system is dulled, and things that used to spark excitement now feel flat. This doesn't mean you're weak or broken. It means your brain is overwhelmed and struggling to process pleasure in the way it used to. Recognizing this helps you approach yourself with compassion rather than self-blame. 4. Changes in appetite or weight. Depression can affect your relationship with food in unexpected ways. Some people lose their appetite completely, forgetting to eat or feeling nauseated at the thought of food. Others turn to food for comfort, leading to overeating or sudden weight gain. These changes aren't just physical, they're emotional. Your brain uses food as a coping mechanism, whether it's avoidance or self-soothing. Sudden, unexplained shifts in appetite or weight can be a subtle but powerful signal that your mental health needs attention. If you notice these patterns in yourself or loved ones, it's worth exploring the emotional triggers behind them. Sometimes, small dietary or lifestyle adjustments, combined with emotional support, can help stabilize both mood and appetite. 5. Difficulty concentrating or making decisions. Ever feel like your brain is foggy, like you're moving through molasses? Depression can make even simple decisions, what to wear, what to eat, how to spend your day, feel impossible. Concentration becomes difficult, memory lapses appear, and tasks that used to be easy suddenly feel monumental. This isn't laziness or forgetfulness, it's your brain struggling under the weight of depression. Recognizing this symptom can prevent frustration and self-blame. It's a sign to slow down, seek help, and adjust expectations without judging yourself harshly. Studies show that people with depression often experience slowed cognitive processing. You might notice taking longer to complete tasks, rereading emails multiple times, or forgetting details you would normally remember effortlessly. These challenges are not character flaws, they are neurological consequences of depression. 6. Irritability and restlessness. Depression isn't always silent or inward. It can show up as irritability, impatience, or restlessness. You might snap at loved ones, feel edgy in situations that never used to bother you, or experience an undercurrent of frustration you can't explain. This is sometimes easier to notice in men than women, as societal norms often make outward irritability more acceptable than visible sadness. Either way, depression can manifest as emotional volatility rather than obvious sadness, and recognizing it is key to understanding what's happening inside. Restlessness can also appear as difficulty sitting still, pacing, or constant fidgeting. This inner agitation comes from the brain's struggle to regulate emotions and cope with underlying stress or low mood. 7. Social withdrawal and isolation. Pulling away from friends, family, or activities can be one of the most damaging hidden signs of depression. You might cancel plans, avoid conversations, or feel like you don't belong. This isn't laziness or a preference for solitude, it's a protective mechanism. Depression makes social interactions feel exhausting, overwhelming, or pointless. Over time, isolation can worsen depressive symptoms, creating a vicious cycle. Reaching out, even in small ways, is critical to breaking this cycle and re-establishing connection. Human connection releases oxytocin and dopamine, which help regulate mood. When depression interferes with social engagement, it can intensify feelings of loneliness and worthlessness. Understanding this as a symptom, not a personal failing, is essential for recovery. 8. Persistent feelings of guilt or worthlessness. Depression often distorts your perception of yourself. You may ruminate over mistakes, amplify flaws, or feel like a burden to those around you. Even small setbacks can trigger intense guilt or shame. This isn't reality speaking, it's depression speaking. Your brain is amplifying negativity and minimizing accomplishments. Recognizing these feelings as symptoms rather than truths is essential. You are not defined by these thoughts, and they can be treated with support, therapy, and self-compassion. Self-compassion exercises, journaling, or cognitive behavioral techniques can help reframe negative thoughts. Small shifts in perspective, practiced consistently, can make a significant difference over time. If this video resonated with you, and you've been wanting something more support, more depth, more connection, then I'd love to invite you to my private mental health community. It's a safe space where I share exclusive videos, personal guides, and where you can connect with others who truly understand what you're going through. It's not just content, it's a space to grow, to heal, and to feel less alone. Click the link in the description to join the community. And of course, if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it. Take care of yourself.